and welcome to a special edition of tonight's game. I'm recording this, by the way. We're not playing
Okay.
a regular campaign since Al isn't available. Uh, be safe on your trip, Al, if you're watching this. You're watching this in the future, you're probably back home now. Um, Tonight we're playing a one shot titled Nemesis Protocol, presented to you by Bacalat Dungeoneers and written in collaboration with my brain cells and some input from other members in the group. So, before we begin, just a quick thank you to everyone for tonight, for choosing to play, and for choosing every night, not every night, but every Thursday night to play. Um, it's always a highlight of the week because work week is usually very hectic, and having to talk to other people aside from work is always nice. So, to get into the game, all right, let's go ahead. Tonight, you guys are. Some of you are strangers to each other. Some of you have spent several years together in the fringes of space, in the Orion Spur. Humanity has expanded. They've colonized pretty much every space rock out there in this sector of the Milky Way. The outer regions long to go back home to the core worlds, to the core inner systems, and the core inner systems have slightly been detached from what has been happening outside. By what I mean slightly is the most of the public doesn't care what happens out there. But some who have a little bit more compassionate and empathetic sensibilities know that the middle and outer regions of the Orion Spur isn't um, necessarily a place that you would like to call safe. Space is always dangerous. For this particular story, we are gathered near what is called the rock, or a what they colloquially call it. It's an installation of one of the bigger asteroids floating around near one of the outer colonies, but what I mean is just outside of the Sol system. It's a newly formed or recently formed belt of asteroids discovered relatively late into the exploration of humanity, as big as space is. Some quadrants of places that have been touched by humanity haven't been explored that well. As you arrive, most of you are get the call to go to the briefing room. Particularly, this is initiated by the onboard system called Nicola. It is the AI, or generally the operating system of every space hauling ship, or every ship under the Edison Tesla Corporation. Vera Taylor, you were informed on this prior to the actual meeting, and as you're on your way there, leaving the console on autopilot, essentially to dock. It's only a small crew, as big as this hauler is for its size. It doesn't need too many people to operate it, so it's just you, Vera, the commanding officer, you, Taylor, the executive officer, Dr. Simmons, the medical officer of this ship, and the tech specialist, Lucy Renault. as you all kind of bump into each other entering this uh, space. The space is used for dinner or just eating in general, since you don't know whether it's dinner or breakfast, depending on what time of day or the what time of your existence you wake up in or sleep in. Um, what do you guys do?
Wait, what's this? Wait, what's this briefing about? DM.
You don't know yet. You were just
So
called to
we're
a briefing. Mm-hmm.
okay. So are we just like waiting for
Mm-hmm.
someone?
You're waiting for. Usually, the screen would turn on. Nicola will give you guys instructions, but particular for this one, there's a bit of a delay. You don't know why.
Okay. While we're sitting in a room, Lucy right now will just have to uh, tinker with her laptop. I mean, with her tablet, and looking for some technical diagram of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to like take out a notebook while waiting, and she and wait a minute. We have a tech specialist here, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Lucy.
Oh, yeah, Lucy. So yeah, I'm gonna look over to Lucy and ask her like, hey, isn't Nicholas supposed to come up soon? Isn't this a little bit too late?
I bang the screen and I go, Nicola, there seems to be the problem there.
Oh my
Please,
god.
oh,
I
please,
don't understand it.
that's quite expensive.
This
Lucy
tech
will just
wasn't meant to last. This is durable tech. I'm sure it can last a few bumps. Nicola! I continue banging on the screen.
Oh dear.
Taylor's just sitting in the corner watching this happen, just smoking a cigarette even though he's not supposed to. In
I
space.
call to Lucy. Lucy, dear, can you fix this? It seems that Nicola's malfunctioning once more.
Yeah,
Nicola seems fine. I'm checking my uh, computer here, and it seems that Nicola is fine. Let's just wait for him to boot up.
yeah, she'd be even more fine if you would, stop banging on it for a while and just sit down.
Agreed. I agree. Yeah.
Very
Sit
well.
down and stop banging the AI.
Doctor, doctor, you're more on organics, not on machines. So please.
Yeah.
Fair point, fair point. I'll leave it to you.
As you guys are settling in your usual seats after the banging, a few moments of silence and awkward staring at some of you. Uh, probably waiting. Since you're not eating, there's like minimal room for like small talk. Some of you are close, so since it's a briefing, like you're just waiting for the briefing. At some point, the screen turns on, and you see uh, the signature red dot of just Nicola right at the center of the screen. Um, as you hear the voice kind of come out of the PA system, the red dot expands into like an audio wave. Welcome. Today we are
Finally.
sched and it cuts off. You guys would know that this AI has a bit of a uh, character to it. You hear a cough come through. Dr. Simmons, if I could begin, we're already delayed.
I just nod.
And you see the red dot turn yellow and then green for a sec, and then red again. To cut to the chase, we are going to be unceremoniously changing our usual hauling schedule. I've received a emergency notice direct from the top brass themselves. This seems to be priority number 1 on their list, as you are the closest engaged aircraft in this sector. Spacecraft, I mean, quote unquote. um, you'll be tasked to escort a government official and their passenger. That is all I'll be able to divulge at this current moment. There's a brief pause, and then as you guys wait for it to provide you more info, the screen turns yellow, then red again, or the dot, I mean. And that is all. You can leave.
Wait, I'll ask. Why a hauler ship specifically? Shouldn't a government official be, on a more well-armed ship, or at least a stealthier one?
You can go back to your quarters.
Ah, AI. And then Lucy just go back to her quarters.
Okay, that didn't answer my question at all, but I suppose we'll find out once we talk to whoever this official is. I mean, can't really refuse an order from the top brass themselves. So, right, everyone?
Government are
Yep, back to
very
work.
particular with that.
Yeah, indeed. So everybody, back to work, I suppose.
At some point, the course to as much as you are pilots on the ship, Vera and Taylor, you guys don't really. You only need to pilot the ship when you really need to. Most of the workings on this ship is operated by Nicola. The reason why there's a tech specialist, if there's something wrong with Nicola, that's why Lucy's here. And obviously, a medical officer needs to be here because there are living beings on the ship. Aside from that, pretty much everything works as it should. When it goes in regular maintenance, you operate a different ship, and your instance of Nicola gets transported to that ship. All your stuff gets moved by the company there too. So you're not on one specific ship. It's essentially like kind of like Amazon, where they have like a fleet of the vans, and maybe you drive a different van in a different day. So it's similar to that. Um, or like Shopee, if they ever have like vans like that, so you don't have your specific one. Give me one sec. Vera, Taylor, as you go back to the bridge, you guys are you can see the star map kind of focus on your destination, the rock. The docking bay has already been booked. From what you can see though, there, aside from 2 extra passengers, the federal agent or the government agent and their passenger, quote unquote, there's also a cargo freight like entry. You're bringing along what seems to be about 6 or so crates, and the size of them they're not too big, or more so in boxes instead of crates. And Vera, you suddenly get this. It happens from time to time, but this particularly kind of feels a little bit more. It affects you a little bit more to a point where you won't be able to keep your face straight. Your chest starts to hurt a little bit.
Ah, goodness. So, is it fine if I if I check if there's are there any markings on the crates?
The crates aren't there yet. You just see the log for what you're picking up.
Yeah. All right. So while my chest hurts, I'm gonna tell Taylor to take over for a while I go to Dr. Simmons to get myself checked. So yeah, Taylor, you get the hang of this for a while. I need to get a checkup on Doc. I need to get a checkup from Doc. My chest hurts a lot.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. And then Taylor just starts going through the list.
Oh, and before you do it, no smoking here, please. We're gonna be here for a while, so I'd prefer to not smell smoke for the next several hours or days. Thank you.
It's fine. We have a filter system on the ship.
Yeah, well, with the rate that you're going, it's not filtering enough. So yeah, I'm just gonna go and head over to Dr. Simmons.
All right. As you see Vera exit the bridge, Taylor, you hear it again. This this um this voice in your head tells you in your own voice essentially that you can't tell me what to do, Vera. I'll smoke when I want to. What do you do?
Man. Taylor just goes, man, I need to take my meds again.
Then you hear another voice. Softer this time. Still your voice. You know she just cares about you, right?
I guess. And then Taylor just like stares back at the list, just like, when's that thing getting here?
As you stare at the list of the logs, you see movement on your left and right, and as you lift your head, you see versions of you. One is severely, looks like emaciated and very soft face, very calm, but like dying kind of look. And the other one is a image of health, and but you get this uneasy feeling from looking at that version of you, and the eyes are empty and just like this pool of like you see the eyes are just waiting to explode, like, and then they kind of just stare at you both.
Oh my
Both
god, I
stare at
am
you.
crunk. So,
And as you continue viewing the logs, Vera, eventually you get to the med bay a little bit later, but to switch over. It's time for your weekly chess match, Dr. Simmons and Lucy, or Dr. Simmons as you are lovingly called Dr. Dick by your closest friend on the ship. As you prepare the chessboard, Lucy is still on her tablet, kind of like checking. Lucy, you see the logs of what you're hauling now on the ship. But it's time for your weekly chess match.
Alright, so first move, me or you? Let's flip a coin then. Heads or tails?
Oh, sorry. I'm just checking something here with our new cargo. Better safe than sorry.
Alright then, I'll go first, you go second. Pawn to X7. This is space chess, so rules are different.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Don't worry. I understand.
My pawn has
for
upgraded
this
to the
night.
queen. My pawn is upgraded to the queen. It has reached the end. My pawn now has dual blasters.
Bruh.
What chess rules are you applying here, Doctor Dick?
I don't know. It's
Don't be
just
a dick
space
with this
chess.
one.
I'm sorry. So Rook upgraded to king. Rook now has
What the
X-ray
fuck?
vision. I can now see what your next move is.
Damn. Are we still playing chess?
I don't know. Are you? You've been on the tub all fucking day.
Well, I'm just trying to be sure, make sure that this ship is doing well.
You're doing a pretty
We
shit. I'm a nice person, but you're not doing a good job, my dear. You know what would help you by de-stressing a bit and playing chess.
I can't do that. I need to to make sure because I'm in charge with this technical mambo jumbo here in this ship, and I want to be sure that we are all safe. One wrong move or one wrong hole in this ship, and will kill us all.
Be careful thinking that way. You might have an aneurysm, my dear.
And I
As you
just like stand up, and then I check her head, make sure she hasn't have an aneurysm.
No, no, I don't feel anything.
as you
Of course, I don't.
as you as you both kind of tussle and like this usually happens, like your chess match usually devolves to like just you guys shooting the shit. Eventually your tablet turns into the red dot, the screen. Lucy and Nicola pops on. It's quite all right, Lucy. I've got the ball. You can drop it.
Okay,
I will.
are you sure? Are you sure? I'm just trying to double check all systems.
Um, well, I mean, I'm always thankful for being your assistant, but I'm giving you free time now to spend. Um, you can let me take in the reins for a bit. This is pretty much what I do 24/7.
All right. You have a point there. But make sure that we were safe, okay? Double check all the system and the navigation.
And you see the red dot turn yellow and then green, and then like a little smiley face comes out, and then it turns back to a regular screen.
And I just whisper to I'll whisper to Lucy.
I've never really trusted her.
Are more trustworthy than humans. Humans tend to lie and have ulterior motives. AI just follow the rules and what we program into it.
Yes, but it's our stubbornness that makes us human. That's what makes us great.
Human might be great, but I don't trust humanity with something that very precious to me.
I just like understand, like just like nod in agreement, not in agreement, but just like understanding. Yeah, okay.
Eventually, Vera, you arrive.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be like, hey doc, while massaging my chest, and be like, it's happening again.
Lucy
Hello?
and
Am I back?
yeah, you're sorry.
Oh, sorry, power went out. I had to switch to
Oh,
data.
you're good. Yeah, you're good. You're back. Lucy and Dr. Simmons, you both know what's currently happening with Vera. She's told you to keep this a secret. Um, but the look on her face is slightly different from the other times that she's been to the med bay.
Oh, it happened again. Doctor Dick, let's check this person first, okay? And never mind that the crazy chess move done or you've been doing.
Yeah.
I get up
Sorry.
from space chess and it's like, yeah, just yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt your game, but I think it's pretty bad this time.
Eventually, Dr. Simmons, you do the usual put her in the kind of like the sterilized like the what do you see in the picture to describe like my brain just farted. You do the tests, do an MRI and check, and it looks all right. By all right, but I mean, looks normal for her, at least for what she's going through.
She
Um,
seems in peak condition.
And then can I like check like if there's any like aside from like what I can see from the physical side, is there anything like else underlying like aside from that or
you would know that she has an illness. And she's told you both both you and Lucy to keep this a secret, especially from Taylor. Um, you would know that's it's a genetic thing that is very rare. One of her ancestors had it before, as you guys traced her biological markers, and yeah, the random roll of life just eventually it rolled to her. Um, and this is usually a terminal situation, and yeah, so you would understand why she's keeping it a secret from everyone else aside from you both.
just like put my hand on her shoulder and be like,
Yeah, eventually this will take you. But I'll be here. All be here to guide you.
Not to worry. We are here and we'll cover for you.
Yeah, thanks guys. You know, yeah, I just don't wanna worry more people about this. They have they have enough on their plate already, I bet, with with the nature of working in space and such. But yeah, anyways, did you find what's made it worse this time, Doc, or what?
Um,
Um,
you can roll a intelligence check if you want. Uh, 15. What's your modifier on it? Int.
oh,
So you have a +4. That's a 19.
okay, 19. Okay, so what can I
Um,
see from
you like I said earlier, it looks normal, but then at first glance from like the whatever was printed out, essentially like the Nicola knows about this too since they printed it out for you. So three beings know about this. But you do find that one kind of like scan um is the number is while the rest are normal, this one has a very unfavorable spike, but then normalized back again. So
And seeing these results,
what you can probably think about this is it's probably getting worse, and this is like an additional symptom that's starting to come up as it's getting worse.
Can I just okay? Well, I will.
well, aside from a few anomalies, it seems that everything is fine here. You seem like a perfectly healthy woman. And, whatever the machine says, it's, I don't personally trust machines, so I wouldn't say that this is accurate. But it does have some spikes, but I wouldn't worry about that.
Then I whisper over to, I whisper over to Lucy and say, and I say like,
Yeah, she's a goner.
don't say that. Just say that there's still hope. Maybe someone may discover some medicine to her illness.
You can
but
roll a psyche check to see if you heard that. Vera?
No. I completely trust them on this.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I completely trust Dr. Simmons, and I'll be like, thanks, Doc. It might just be it might just be something benign. Like, it's probably not as bad as I thought it was. Yeah, it's
It's very, you're fine. You're fine. It's you're a healthy young woman. You've got a long life to live.
And then as I say that to her, I just like subtly nod to Lucy, like, no, 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 no.
yeah. All right. Thanks, Doc. For a moment there, I was concerned, but okay. I guess I'll go back to do it to managing the bridge, to managing the ship. Yeah, since we're approaching our destination quite soon. Yeah.
So, is Vera out of earshot?
Yeah. I'm moving out of the room.
All right. So I just say to Lucy,
Yeah, what she doesn't, no one kill her. What's in her body will though.
Okay. Thanks, dude.
That is so sad. That is so sad, but I hope she will recover someday.
Yeah,
Only humans can be programmed like the machine with those unnecessary codes in her system.
the day that happens, that she recovers, is the day that you finally beat me in space chess.
It will be soon, Dr. Dick.
That's a perfect cut. Taylor, as you're but at this point you went back to your you're all usually on the left side. There's two pilot seats. Right side is Vera's, and you're on the left side. And eventually sit there, and on the right side, the healthy but serial killer looking version of your imagination is sitting there, just staring, and the emaciated but nice version of you is just kind of standing behind you, and has their arms kind of, they're like behind you but giving you like a hug in a way, like and as you're sitting there just kind of like looking at space. Eventually you see in the distance the rock comes into view, and Nicola comes on your screen. XO, are you all right?
Me? Yeah. I'm doing good.
You dozed off there for a second. We are nearing the destination, so I mean, I could call them to be at their stations, but I mean, you're getting paid, right? So might as well do it.
Yeah, well, you're the robot, and then and he just nods, and then just goes to. Do we have a comm system?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Taylor will head to the comm system.
It should be in your console in front of you. You can just do it.
Yeah, he'll just hit the button. We're approaching the station. Everyone get your places for docking procedure.
Do we just like hear that across the ship?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In that case, I'll rush back faster.
All right. As you guys
you
near and transit towards the station, you pass by several ships. It goes through in space. I mean, if you're watching the video, you can't really hear anything outside space, but like you would imagine, this ship would have like audio sensors built in, kind of like mics outside where you can hear what's happening out. You guys can hear the bustling and the noise of other ships that you pass by. Suspend disbelief real quick, where small rocks hit other ships. In reality, this would disintegrate everything in this vicinity, because those small rocks will be moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour probably. But since it's a sci-fi, you guys approach, and as you see the the huge installation in this asteroid. We'll cut over to a location inside.
Mhm.
Matthias, you've been waiting inside this makeshift cell that was made for you, along with like several different boxes. Some of them have different company labels. Some of them you would see familiar logo of the lightning, and lightning kind of encased in a light bulb. Edison Tesla. The reason why you're very familiar with this logo is because they're one of your primary employers. Um, and you kind of grin, and like usually you would know why you're grinning. They've helped you out in tough situations before. Uh, I mean, Edison and Tesla uh, were pretty good at helping humanity with their inventions, and your humanity, even though with your enhancements, you would be considered um, superhuman now. And anytime, at any point, you could have busted out through your cuffs. But there's that little grinning uh, thought in your head that you can't do this to Clarita, or that's what you know her as. As the door airlock to this cargo hold opens, and um, you see the familiar face of this very lovely person that you thought you knew. Uh, her face is a lot more stern. She's not wearing the usual clothes that she's wearing ever since that the whole reveal got revealed. Um, and she's had this air of like superiority, but not in a bad way, in a good way. More so that like before, the feelings that you had for her were more so of a mix of pity and it was welling up. You were starting to fall. Oh, I was doing the whole monologue and you weren't here.
Oh shit!
Bruh.
Can
No
you
worries.
please? Oh my god!
You can
Sorry.
listen
Bruh.
to it again, but I'll
Oh
in the recording. I'm
no!
kidding. I'm kidding. Um, essentially, what I was saying is, um, you are in this like cargo hold or like makeshift jail cell for you. You're in at least your senses from your enhancements. What you would know is that you're probably at the Rock. You've been here before, and um, looking beside you, you see these crates with the familiar logo of Edison Tesla. The reason why it's familiar, the light bulb with the lightning encased in it logo, is because they're one of the mega corporations that hire you from time to time, um, and you get this slight smile, knowing, oh, okay, this is what it is, and usually that feeling is they're probably gonna get you out of this hairy situation that you're in. Um, but also you feel slightly um more so not sad in a way, but like a bit of a disappointment that this is happening because the
Yeah.
image of Clarita, or is what you knew her as, comes in your mind. Um, the feeling that you had from knowing her from all those years of her treating your wounds and stuff immediately ends abruptly as the door opens, and you see at least what you knew her as, Clarita, come in, and she's wearing different garbs than you're used to. Um, there's an air of authority to her that makes you feel slightly proud. A slightly different feeling from what you had before, which was more pity and like this lonely nurse that you have as a neighbor. started treating your wounds and stuff, and eventually you started letting your guard down. But then now she's in front of you, and you feel like you could have escaped from your cuffs at any point with your enhancements, but there's that feeling where you kind of don't want to as well.
And they're deactivated, aren't they?
Your enhancements, they're inert, but
Okay.
you're still pretty strong.
Hmm.
Mhm. Um, mm, Clarita, or as what you know her as, kind of sits down on a box in front of you. She takes off her glasses, and this is the usual that you see her without her glasses, and her eye colors are different. She was probably wearing contacts when you met her. Now her eyes are brown. They used to be slight tinge of green. She kind of like cleans her glasses and wears them back again. They're almost here.
Clarita, it's always a pleasure to see you.
You don't need to call me that anymore. My name is Nevet Charo.
Right. Sorry, old habits. So, Navette, where are we going?
I kind of hate the sound of that coming from your voice. You can just call me Clarita then. Um, and you see her face kind of like. I mean, you would know, not even because of your enhancements, that you would know that there was something there before. But the reason why it didn't continue is probably because of this. And she kind of. Once this is over, once you're in transit, once we're in transit, and I can drop you over to the correct authorities for all you've done. And there's a slight pause. I'm afraid that's where our story will end.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, mi gente. There's so much more to me than you would ever know. I mean, everything that you know about me is not really me.
I don't know. Kind of makes things a bit more compelling, doesn't it?
You always have a way of talking to me. You know that.
Oh my god! I'm like out of character. I'm like, oh my god, okay.
I mean, you got
We
you got
extending Pride Month, bro.
you got the that character, and then I have to play the other one as an NPC.
Yeah, because I'm trying to give like Idris Elba, you know what I mean?
Ah, okay, yeah. Bloodsport.
um, oh man, the latest thing that I saw him in was Extraction 2. So,
Oh, he was an instruction. Okay.
yeah. I forgot what she said.
She said they always have a way of talking to her.
Okay.
Eventually, she kind of stands up. All right, I know you don't need those cuffs, but this is just for. Well, once they see what you're wearing, they'll probably be afraid that you're the passenger. So, please keep them on, and they're not your hit, so I understand that you won't hurt them, right?
Got no reason to.
Yeah, like you always said, it's always about the job, right? It's always about the money. At what point did you ever think to stop and think that what you're doing, well, it might have been for the money, but all those people that got left behind by the people you killed, would they understand your reasoning?
Well, I didn't really have a reason to stop or see any other alternative for my life. Till I met you, that is.
And she shakes her head. Okay, muy bueno.
Sorry, I'm being such a fuckboy right now.
No, you're good. You're good. That's what your
Riz,
character
grabbing
is.
Riz.
Yeah, Riz gaming.
And then she
Pretty
just
good.
kind of like she puts her hands on her waist and then shakes her head and the sighs, and she steps out, and then she kind of like she puts her hand by the open doorway and she looks back at you for a bit, and you can see like there's a bit of like sadness um to her eyes, and then immediately goes back to the air of authority. And as you see two kind of station officers approach, uh and she just nods and follows them a suit. Matthias,
Yep.
for a sec, there's a moment where you're just waiting. The door's left open. What do you do?
Are there bars?
No.
What kind of thing is like what is it like? Is it just like a steel door?
No, it's like an airlock door. So you're in like a what do you call that? You're in like a cargo container, but a futuristic one
Mm.
where there's an airlock door, and she forgot to close it.
I will like walk up to the door and just lean against the frame and like just watch her walk away.
Mm-hmm. And you see her walk away, and you see a familiar face to a fellow agent. You've seen this guy before too. He was also a neighbor, but this guy you've always known he wasn't just a neighbor. You've always known he was an agent or something like that. Um, and for some reason, you just didn't. You had suspicions with Clarita, quote unquote, before, but you let your guard down, and now you're staring over, and you're like half proud that that this is her actual job and she's not this lonely single nurse moping all the time, and you're also proud because the person who caught you was at least someone that deserves to catch you. And eventually she looks back, and she looks at the other agent. The other agent just kind of like looks at her for a bit and shakes his head, and he starts to talk to the other to the station officers, and she walks back to you. Eventually you see this huge ship come into this what you would imagine this is like a huge like docking area, like kind of like in Star Wars where they have this like it's like if you look outside in space, it looks like you can just jump out, but there's actually this like invisible kind of wall that that kind of separates the outside air from the inside, or where there's no air outside in space. Eventually this huge ship with the logo of Edison Tesla starts to kind of make its approach, and eventually will dock soon. She approaches you and says, "Well, that's our ticket to go."
She came back?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, lead the way.
Eventually, she shuts the airlock door behind you, and kind of like pushes you towards where like like the docking bridge toward to go to the ship is. And at this point, the ship arrives. Give me one sec. As you're all gathered here now at the bridge, as you guys approach, the screen kind of it's like super advanced to a point where you don't need like a physical like a window to look outside. It's essentially just projected over like the actual like wall, and like several different monitoring cameras outside kind of focus in on like the location, so you can like see the 360 view of the ship from the screen. um it kind of Nicola kind of zooms in to where you see these two standing by like the docking bridge. You see this person in orange garbs, usually the telltale signs that it's a prisoner. And you see what looks to be a government agent. Um, and she kind of like knowing like you guys immediately see that she's also staring at like your screen. She probably knows that you guys are looking at her. Um, and then she kind of like flashes a badge, and you guys see this badge FBI. You all of you would immediately know they're from the homeworld, probably. I mean, yeah, because she's FBI, and you can only be a part of the FBI if you're from the core system, or the core world, or the home world. Um, you particularly, Dr. Simmons, and uh, who else is a spacer? I think it was Vera, right? Um, you guys were born in space. You, Lucy, and Taylor, you were born on a colony outside of Earth. While maybe different colonies, um, you guys haven't been to Earth before. And as the ship docks, Nicola kind of chimes in. All right, everyone, look prim and proper. Our guests will be arriving soon. I will unlock the airlocks for them. So, if you can, meet them by the briefing room.
I look around to the others and be like, well, looks like we'll have an odd choice of cargo to haul for today. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna be a bit concerned with the fact that they're, bringing along a prisoner on a hauler ship rather than an armed transport or something like that. So, yeah. Does anyone here wait a DM? Does anyone here? Do I know anyone here who can run like background checks on people or something?
Probably Lucy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, right, yeah. I'll look at Lucy and ask her, hey, could you run a background check on those two there? Yeah, and I'll point to the government agent and the prisoner, and then I'll be like, especially him, the prisoner guy. Yeah.
I'm looking at them too, and Lucy checked the prisoner first. Using her high tech tablet, she checked the social media regarding the prisoner using the face identification, scanning the prisoner's face, and check if there are any news pertaining to this person.
um, you're usually really good at this, but for some reason you can't find any on both of them. Um, you see one article, um, that kind of pops up, and you see a picture of this person wearing like a long cloak and like it's very like those like CCTV footage videos where it's
Mhm.
like all grainy and looks really bad. But it's like a similar like build to this person that you see. And it talks about like syndicate corporations running wild. Rumors about cleaners and all of this, and like it goes over like a whole like explanation of what the rumored cleaners are. They're essentially, at least what the public knows about the legends of them, are they're like really elite assassins hired by mega corporations, and you work for one, a mega corporation, but that's the
Uh,
most that you can find.
okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to inform this to Taylor, and says, "No, it's weird. I since can't get any information regarding that except for this video. Kind of grainy, but there's an article regarding him working in a syndicate and being an assassin, an elite one at that. I think we have a problem if we let that one on board our ship. Uh, do we have any protection here?
Who are you talking to, Nicola?
Yeah, no, I will to
Oh,
Taylor.
the people, Taylor. Mhm. Taylor, you there? Raph?
Hello, Rav. Yo, dude.
Oh, you're muted.
Yeah.
If Vera wants to answer, you can answer.
Oh,
Or Ralph
okay. Well,
or
okay.
Taylor. Uh,
Hello? So
Oh,
I've been
there you
muted
go.
this entire
yeah, you've
time.
been
I've
muted,
been
Yeah.
talking. No
yeah,
one,
bruh.
no one was paying attention to
Bruh.
what I was saying.
Oh, nice.
Bruh. Okay, at least you're unmuted now.
Oh well,
Yeah, I'm
uh, uh, the, well, Taylor was just gonna turn to Vera. To, do we have any? Do we have any weapons on the ship?
Uh, can I look at? Can remember the ship specifications? If it's modular, if there's like
um,
parts that I can
usually
eject.
for ships, any living, any human passengers are not allowed to carry firearms. Um, there's a law enacted in international space where you cannot bring along firearms because it's very dangerous and it can cause like cascading effects. So if one ship explodes, the others might explode in the vicinity. So after like there was this like whole huge war back then, and once it was over, everybody decided to um, keep their weapons to planets, and if it's in space, nope. So no weaponry. The only form of defense you would guys have would be sentry robots that are deployed if there's a need for it. Um, but the weapons that they carry usually aren't lethal. They'd be like beanbag shotguns or like rubber bullets.
okay.
All right. So I'll tell the others that. Well, we have a few sentries, but if what Lucy says is true, then assuming that, as well as the fact that the person accompanying said prisoner seems to be a homeworlder, then we might be on we might be working for the same people, but just in case, uh, everyone keep your questions to a minimum. So let's get this job done as quickly as possible then.
Well, I was just gonna ask since when did we start privatizing prisoner transfers?
Okay, that's a valid question, but
Yeah, it's really weird. Why they choose us instead of a police ship or a military ship at that? This is very fishy.
yeah, it's very fishy to me as well. And Nicholas still hasn't given me a proper answer to that, but I suppose,
Yes.
well, I suppose let's at least try and get this as fast as possible. Whatever it is, we would not like to get caught up in the middle of it.
Yeah, and Lucy will go to talk to the AI and says, Nicola, uh, kindly check all our sentry robot just to be prepared and be on guard when that prisoner come on board.
There's a brief pause, but the red dot pops up. Not the entire screen, but just on the side of your tablet. Um, duly noted. From
Yeah. At least
and
I
then
feel safe when you inform me about that.
and then it pops up again. This time the old PA system. Just in the bridge, kind of. All right, everyone. Our guests have arrived. They're in transit to the briefing room.
Okay, and Lucy will go close to Dr. Dick and whispered, Doctor, I don't trust the government regarding this prisoner transfer. Do you have anything that can knock out, say, a guy that size?
Doctor.
Are you asking the doctor for a roofie?
Yes, if we have one. I'm not.
basically.
We don't have weapons. We don't have
I would be
weapons.
concerned if he had one.
At least we have a syringe, right? That can knock out a guy with his size.
I mean, you guys can go check the med bay. Me and Taylor could go meet with the rest of them since we're the pilots of this ship anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to pull Dr. Dick towards the med bay just to be sure we're going to search for anything that can knock
Dr.
out
Dick,
person.
Dave, you up?
you
You okay
there?
there?
Oh yeah, yeah. What's up?
Let's
Oh,
go to the med bay and check if there are drugs that can knock out a prisoner or two.
Ah, yes. Well, personally, I don't find those two characters quite suspicious, but whatever. Let's just go with your plan.
Yeah.
we'll go with the briefing room first.
Yes, we'll go to the briefing room.
Oh yeah,
Um,
right. I'll head over there to the briefing room as well.
no, but
I'll follow you.
the doctor and Lucy can head to the med bay. So just you
Okay.
both head there. Taylor and Vera. Uh, Matthias, you guys are led inside. You you've drowned out. Like, essentially, there's a voice. You would know it's an AI talking and like kind of like giving you like the lowdown of like the ship. But the voice has been drowned out because you've just been kind of eyeing and observing um Clarita or Navette, like the way she just does her work. You're flanked by two security officers from the station, and once you're on the ship, they're not allowed to go in because they have weapons. So they stay behind at the rock, essentially at the docking bay. As the airlock door closes behind you, and you're both led to this what looks like a mix of like a meeting room, but it's also like where they looks like they eat. You've been on ships like this before, so you would know where the coffee is, and you would know where their secret stashes are. What do you do, Matthias?
So, what is this? Do we have a meeting or something?
Well, I mean, I have to introduce you to this crew that so that they know what they're transporting. I mean, they've already seen us in their observation systems, so I'm just here to let them know that you are no threat to them and explain the details.
Well, I suppose that's agreeable. I mean, I'm a little surprised I'm not more restrained, but
Well, I mean, I'm all you need to keep you restrained.
are you?
And she
Sorry.
just kind of like she chuckles. I mean, you've all already been beaten by me. I don't
Ooh.
I don't see how it takes how much effort it will take to subdue you again.
All right, I'm not complaining.
You're getting out rizzed.
Dude.
But the cuffs stay on. All right?
The cuffs stay on. Please, I will. I am. I'll follow your lead.
And eventually the airlock door opens and Vera and Taylor, you guys enter and you see this the two people obviously that you've seen in the bridge already from your sensors, and while this person looks like they haven't shaved in years and hasn't probably had the proper shower, they have this air of like confidence to them, and as much as they look scary, they also look like a person that that is like they have an air of reliability to them, and the other person that you can both can see is the government agent. She looks like and acts like a government agent.
Just to add, I look really pleased to be here.
Bruh.
Probably a huge
Well,
smile on his face to greet you.
A little smirk, a
Little
little
smirk.
like
There we go.
he's gonna be like looking at everyone, like a little like unnervingly. Um, if he like makes eye contact with anyone who like looks nervous, maybe like um where are the two girls? The to like Lucy or Vera, he's gonna like give him a wink.
Uh, Lucy isn't here yet. It's just Vera and Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna be giving like a wink to Vera.
Wait, what
bruh.
about me? I thought I was with them or no?
Oh, you're at the med bay, going to the
All
med
right, I
bay.
went there.
Yeah, you guys are looking for like a like anesthetics or like
Alright, me and Lucy go there.
tranquilizers. Yeah. Um.
All right. I'll look over to the government agent and be like, "Good day, ma'am. So, what's the details on this cargo?"
I mean, no need to keep it professional, my dear. I'm. Uh. Just think of this as a regular passenger transport. Keep it to the mum as well. It's on need to know basis. But this is Matthias Barnes. He is no threat to you. If you're if you were smart enough, I knew that you guys could see us through your sensors. He is a contract killer, but he only kills for money. And since there's no money involved in this, he will be no threat to you, and I am here to keep you safe as well.
Hmm. All right then. In that case, wait, DM.
Yeah.
What are the different quarters on this ship? Are there like crew quarters? Is there a brig, or is there a cargo hold, or
Yeah,
what?
you have a cargo hold. You have like crew commons and the crew quarters as well.
Or,
And med bay essentially.
yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll say.
Do we have extra rooms where we know they would be able to stay?
Um, Crew quarters are usually like open, like you kind of like bunks. Uh, Crew commons is where you guys hang out, but there's like an extra kind of like make like if you have passengers, they have like an extra pull out kind of bunk there for them to stay in. So usually you get like other passengers where they might be like supervising the cargo that they're shipping. So obviously they don't get to stay at the quarters; they stay at the guest room technically.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell them that then. So you two could stay in the commons or in the guest rooms, but I should also perhaps inform you that we have two other personnel on this ship. One's on maintenance and another one's working on the med bay. So if you happen to find two other people here, they're a part of our crew as well. Yes.
She kind of like, as you're talking to her, she's kind of like surveying the room and walking around, like looking back at Matthias from time to time.
Just
This, yeah, go ahead.
just a question here. What is this about guest rooms and what? No prisoner hold, no gallery, what?
Well, if it wasn't clear, we aren't exactly a military ship. We're more on cargo hauling, so you know, we don't exactly have the spaces for that. Everything else has been taken up by
We
cargo.
have a closet.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you can stay there too. That's
I'm
another place.
officially as confused as you. Clarita, any comment?
Yeah,
Do I have
do you normally transfer assassins in on ships full of unarmed del- basically, I'm not gonna sugarcoat. We're glorified delivery boys.
Hey now,
Can I
I'm on
elbow?
break.
I'll elbow Taylor for a bit, like, bruh.
Well, this is rather a unusual circumstances, but
No kidding.
and she kind of like actually laughs. Uh, I'm done as I do as what I'm instructed by those of higher positions than me, and
Don't we all?
in my opinion, this place actually looks like a good central point. Would it be possible for me to stay here with him?
Sure. You want anything? You want some coffee? I'll get you some coffee.
Not from my stash, please. Thank you.
Wait, what? Here, as in like the meeting room?
Well, it's the most defensible part of the ship. Aside
How
from the
long-
bridge, I wouldn't want you to get to the bridge.
How long is this trip exactly? I'm
And
assuming it's a short trip, right?
at this point, you see on the screen the red dot pop up. This trip is approximately 3 months, 21 days.
Okay, I am not sleeping in a meeting room.
And that is outside of the you see like it flickers for a bit. That is outside of faster than light travel. If we travel faster than light, it will take us approximately 3 weeks, 2 days.
Come on, Clarita. Surely you can choose to stay in a bedroom. I mean, do you expect us to
No
sleep
bed
in
for
this
you,
meeting room?
no bed for me.
Are you joking?
I think we have like a pull-out. We can just like take the bedding from that and drag it here, I
On the
guess.
floor?
And I don't want you to mingle with no offense to you, you are all welcoming, but you are still a prisoner, and I will be the one who is your prison watch. And this is, like I said, the most defensible place. Aside from, well, if you want to stay at the cargo hold, you are free to do so, along with the sentries there. But I will stay here to monitor you. But if you
Well-
want to stay in comfort and not with boxes, then this is where you will stay.
24 hours a day with you. What is there to complain about? Well, I suppose I should choose a corner of the room.
Which corner do you
Actually-
choose?
Over there.
Bro,
Where's the bathroom? Please don't tell me I'm gonna be pissing in the meeting room.
oh yeah, God, right. Where's the bathroom? Is it like connected to this one, or is it somewhere down the
She
hall?
kind of like, do you have extra bottles?
No, Clarita.
I was kidding.
I mean, we could check if.
No, no,
Devin
no, no,
ran
no.
through
No,
all
that
He
the-
is
starts looking for exit points.
that is a health risk. But if you want to go to the restroom, I'll be accompanying you. Okay?
Ooh.
Not inside.
Oh. Bruh.
3
And,
weeks. Don't suppose you have any books around here? Anyone?
I mean, we have our own, but you'll have to ask the others for that.
I got let's see here. I think I got a copy of Space Moby Dick in my cabin. I have Treasure Planet. What else
Classics.
do I got?
Well, is there anything else that we need to know before we wrap this meeting up?
You mentioned there were 2 other passengers. Is it possible to meet them?
All right, I'll call them over.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
they're in the med bay looking for drugs.
No, you don't need to
No,
call
oh,
them.
goodness.
Once we exit, can we make sure this door is locked? I will go ahead and check over to the med bay.
All right, all right. Oh, and by the way, he was joking about the drugs part. Yeah, that's a joke. God.
Actually, now that you remind me, have you had a checkup recently, Matthias? Have they been treating you well?
Hmm. Can't recall my last checkup, but so far so good. Well, the last time I had a checkup was probably when they rendered my enhancements inert.
Well, aside from me stitching you up, it's always good to check with an actual doctor.
So you're not gonna give me a checkup?
That's no. Then she starts to walk out. Follow me.
For a moment.
He's gonna follow her.
Yeah, and you guys both notice there's like this weird tension between the both of them.
Not even hiding it. Not even
And
hiding it.
I mean, you Taylor and Vera, you guys would be very familiar with this type of like awkward moments because like you guys have it from time to time.
Not this frequently, God.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm-
Eventually, are you guys going with them or are you both staying? Are you
And
guys?
there's
Yeah.
nothing better to do, so like he's probably gonna follow them. Taylor probably gonna
Okay.
go.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Am I
I'm
going to have an
gonna-
audience? What happened to patient confidentiality?
We're on a ship. This isn't exactly your high-tech clinic or whatever.
Just keep moving, and she pushes you further.
That-
Like our ship, like I'm a pilot, and most of my job's done by the blinking light. Yeah, I am very bored right now.
And
I mean,
I'm
you
taking
could
all
make,
the entertainment I can get.
I mean, you could make yourself a little less bored if you would, help me with the controls every now and then. But
What's wrong with these people?
Okay, in
They're
space,
coming.
okay? They're not socially adjusted.
They're coming with the criminal to get his checkup.
I mean, there are no other security guards here except for just one, so
Our entire job is done by a blinking light on the wall. We literally do nothing all day.
most of her job
This is the closest thing we get to entertainment for the next month.
for the next
This is
3
entertaining
months.
for you.
but yeah, this is a perfect cut as you guys are having this like conversation. Lucy and Dr. Dick. This happened while they were having the meeting. You guys got to the med bay. What are you guys doing? You're looking for tranquilizers, or what was your plan?
Yeah, so the tranquilizers, it should be here somewhere. Lucy dear, can you find me the tranquilizers? Check top shelf or check bottom shelf.
Yes, yes, I know. Put on your glasses. You can't read those names on the shelves.
I can read fine, just help me.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to check some bottles, and then while checking, I also multitask and check my tablets, and I will try to check through the network if this ship has, say, spacesuit to go outside.
Yeah, the you have EVA suits. Mhm.
Yeah, okay, okay. So, yes, Lucy will take note of the location of the suits, and then he will continue. She will continue help find some tranquilizers in the doctor's shelves.
Dr. Simmons, you do have uh what would be equivalent is either um like really strong antidepressants or downers that you have on board. This is like by law you're supposed to have those in like spaceships essentially. Just so if anyone has like cabin fever, you can calm them down. But you also have the only form of like defense against something that is active that you would have aside from sentries would come to your mind would probably be um consider like normally you don't use scalpels in this day and age because like once you put them on like this kind of like in Alien or Prometheus, where that's where that little where they just go in and the robot kind of does everything, and then the doctors probably just like make sure that everything works fine. It's usually that, so there's no like sharp objects or anything aside from like injections or like syringes. I mean, like you would have two, uh, like tranquilizers here, um, but they're yeah, there's just enough for a person to kind of fall asleep. It's more like an anesthetic in a way. Takes a while to activate right away, so probably like if you do the right thing and like inject it at the right area, they'll fall asleep or like become inert in maybe a minute or two.
Okay. So yeah, I'll take that and I'll put it in my back pocket. One in each pocket.
Mhm.
Or yeah, one syringe in right pocket, one syringe in left pocket. Yeah.
Okay. As you uh as you pocket those, just make sure to keep track they have those.
Yep.
Uh Lucy, both of you actually, both of you hear the um on the PA in your in the med bay, and the screen kind of turns on red with the dot in the middle. I mean, Dr. Simmons, um, I have a quick question for you. And as the AI kind of chimes in,
What is it, Nicola?
what are your thoughts on? Well, I guess I'll ask the room. What is it like being human?
Well, it's very painful. You wake up and suddenly you have this whole life ahead of you, and then eventually you die. Well, it's the middle parts that make living worth it, but humanity is, in a nutshell, a blink of an eye. Basically, you just exist.
Isn't that a scary existence?
For
What at
some, it
least
can be, but
what I
we
know
tend.
of what scary is. Sorry, keep going.
But, well, it is a very scary thing to process, but once you've accepted it and just live life as it is, you tend to just forget about it. Essentially, we're just surrounding ourselves with experiences and people and all that until we eventually cross the great unknown.
I've been sifting through records and old scriptures about this great unknown, and there is no proof of this. Why do you believe in such?
I don't necessarily believe in it. Some people do. I personally am indifferent to that. But, whatever gives you comfort when it comes to all that.
Now, my next question. This will be the last for today. From time to time, Nicola, kind of like talks to you personally and asks you like philosophical
Mm-hmm.
questions here and there. And you're not sure, but he always like ends with one more question before he leaves the room technically. Um what is a soul?
Hmm. I guess that would be I a soul is like a concept, but it's essentially what some people believe, what gives us life. But what I believe personally is a soul is something that something that gives you feeling, something that makes you feel pain, love, sadness, happiness, everything in between. If you feel all those, for me, you have a soul. So yes,
Is this why you care about Lucy?
maybe, maybe.
Is this why? And then there's a pause. Does Do I have a soul?
If you
Hmm.
believe, if you believe you do, then sure, why not?
Then I just like beat the light like perp, perp, like
And
pat it in its shoulder. It
uh,
doesn't have a shoulder, so I just
that's
beat the
cute.
light.
And the light turns green for a bit, and then thank you, Doctor. They're headed this way with the passengers.
Uh, Good to know.
Then I just can I whisper to Lucy?
Still don't trust that thing.
It's kind of weird about the questioning. I never encountered an AI that's asked about souls.
Yeah,
Do I know if like Nicola was built by Lucy, or was it just like it just was there when we
I was there. It's like the company AI. Like
uh
yeah, like there's like he essentially exists in every system of Edison and Tesla. So he has
uh
access to pretty much everything in the company. He's like he runs everything.
you really need to learn how to get on the how that thing works because it could be a bit of a problem down the line.
Yes, I kind of agree right now. It's kind of weird with those questions. I'm going to check Nikolai programming. If I can access it, I'm going to check it for system errors and bugs.
wait,
Roll
I just want
me.
to do it. Yeah, sorry, I just
Yeah.
want to do a quick thing. Is there like any flashing red lights in this room?
No, not anymore.
Okay, cool.
Roll me Lucy. Roll me a intelligence check.
It's D20.
Just a D20, and I think you have 18 on your int, so that's a +4. It's a 8.
It's for
Um,
8.
uh, at this point, you're not able to like, you try like accessing like, you know how to like go through like the backlogs, but like every time, if it's related to something about Nicola, um, the code on the screen like erases itself, and you can't trace where it goes or what happens.
Yeah, this is weird. It keeps erasing my query. Not to worry, I think Nicola is trustworthy as of now. Let's just be cautious, right, Dr. Dick?
Yes,
At this point, the door opens, and all of you are in the same room now.
Greetings. Welcome
Hey
to our.
Lucy, how'd your space chess game go?
it's pretty fun.
Can I whisper to Taylor? Just ask if like hmm
So, these drugs, are we going to do the plan?
It's probably fine for now. We got the robots with the rubber bullets.
can I sneak each Vera and Taylor just like one each?
Roll me a dexterity check.
Can I try to spot that?
Roll me a psyche check.
DM, can Lucy
Oh,
Whoa!
program the sentry robot
Snap!
Not
to.
20. Can Lucy what?
Can Lucy program the sentry robot to go to key points in the ship?
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
got a 1.
shit. Oh, you have a -1 on your psyche.
Yes.
Yeah, a 1 natural, dirty 1, and a natural 20. So yeah, you don't see it. You're so focused on Navette. Roll me another intelligence check, Lucy, for this. And
Okay.
yeah, what do you guys want to do? You're in the room now. Oh, another nat 20.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Nat 20.
Not them.
you
why are
program
the
the
rolls good in
sentries.
the one shot?
Good,
Eventually
man.
they're assigned to key points. They're not like visible physically. You would know from like the internal structure of the ship that they pop out at certain points. There's like access points for them to like go through, specifically only made for them. Like normal people wouldn't be able to fit through those places. They kind of like fold out once they go out. Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
they're ready to do their thing if needed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's all.
Mhm.
Lucy just keep on tinkering with his tablet.
Well, it's time for your checkup, Matthias. And my name is Nevecharo. I am escorting this. Well, cuts the long story short. I caught him. He's a killer, but he's not a killer for random. So he's not a serial killer, but and he won't kill you. And no worries. He's no threat to you. I'm assuming you're the doctor, right? And motions towards you, Doctor Dick.
Yes, I'm the doctor of this crew.
Um, well, he hasn't had a proper checkup, and it's mandatory for while in transit, the prisoners' health are kept healthy, since they have their rights, even though they're prisoners, and we don't want it to be impinged upon. Is it okay if we ask you for your services?
Not a problem.
All right, all right. So I get this is all mandatory and everything, and I did promise I'm not going to hurt anyone on the ship. But doctor, if I start seeing you pull out the lube and the gloves, I am out of here.
That's I don't do that. That's not my kind of medicine.
Very good then. Is everyone going to be staying here?
An unrelated note, I pull out a glove and then just like pull the like the thing.
Yeah, I know the image, the
Okay.
mental image.
He's snapping the gloves.
Yeah,
Lucy,
like you're doing a probe.
Lucy is not interested with those conversation regarding the prisoner. Lucy will like to check on those AV suits.
Are you
She
heading there?
Yeah, she will leave the clinic and go to the compartment which hold the AV suits.
Alrighty. Lucy leaves. But Matthias, you are, Dr. Simmons. You lead him to the what would be like equivalent to like an operating table, which also is an MRI and a mix of everything. But you would know that there's like the glass pane that separates from the outside fogs up, so there's privacy. And Matthias, you would see this happen too as well.
So is it just me and the doctor and Navette isn't there anymore?
Navette is with you.
Okay, so it's just the three of us.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, there's also
Yeah,
the two
Taylor's
of
gonna
us.
head back to the cargo bay and like start registering all of the stuff they brought in.
Mhm.
Besides
Oh,
the
yeah.
people.
Yeah. Well, in that case, Vera would, I guess, head back to the bridge and check the ship. Do her job.
But before he goes out, Taylor just says, "Don't worry, buddy. The Probulator 3000 is state of the art. You'll be fine."
He's
Um,
dicking with you.
I'll have you know I'm in peak physical condition.
Can see that.
Then I just like look at what's her name, Nivette. I just look
Nivette.
at Nivette and saying,
You two together.
Yes. Right?
She didn't even like get to answer. Her mouth is like open,
Bro,
like she was about to say
"The
something.
Riz, the actual Riz, the actual."
Yes, we are.
Okay, well,
No, we are not. That
He's
was
the old, ball and
Mm,
chain. Quite
mm,
literally.
I'm a
no.
little.
Doctor, let me explain. I was undercover, and he unfortunately
Oh yeah,
fell
you
in
were.
love
You were
with
under
my
a lot
cover.
of covers.
And she just kind of like, yeah.
It's not quite that shallow. I like
Well,
you for who you are.
however you define your relationship, I'm just going to straight out tell you this. It seems that your partner here is like peak perfect condition. Nothing's going to happen. It's absolutely. I think that he's going to live a very healthy life.
And by the way, out of character, I say this to everyone. I just assure them that even like regardless of how they look, so yeah, I don't even know how bad Matthias really is internally. So I just like yeah.
You hear
Um,
that? We're partners now.
uh, I'll step out. She like you too, and she pulls you, Taylor. She pulls you out. Give them privacy.
He didn't even put me in the machine yet, and he said I'm gonna live a long life.
That's the yeah. I don't know. I'm not a good doctor.
as you as you perform the scans, you would see like several different uh implants enhancements. Particularly, there's 3 sensory enhancements. There are motor skill enhancements as well. There's also a failsafe if just in case like they would have a heart attack. Um, Something will kick back their heart.
Any
And
enhancements on the crotch area?
uh, up to you.
Was that a question for me?
Yeah.
Yes. Does Matthias have enhancements there?
How old am I?
uh,
Like,
you're around like 50, 60-ish range.
maybe I have like a metal hip, for like old people.
Okay. Hmm.
And
Okay. Aside from that, is there anything like I can see like aside from like the skeletal? Is there anything I can see when it comes to what's it called the vitals?
aside from that he's in peak condition for his age and the enhancements, what you can see is the enhancements are actually um you would know this because you've applied this before, especially like with your like when you were younger. When you would install like enhancements for people, usually you would have to shut everything else down that if they have enhancements. Kind of like if you're installing a PC part, you have to turn everything off first. So there's currently like a administered kind of it's like a it's a form it's like you would administer it like through syringe, but there would be like nanobots essentially programmed to go to those enhancements to turn them off or for a specific period of time. But you would see in the scans that they've been turned off for essentially what seems to be forever.
Hmm. Okay.
So any enhancements
I
that they would have will can be turned on if they're administered something that will reboot or like the systems, or if those nanobots malfunction. That's the only way to turn them on again. Yeah, that's
Okay,
what
so
you
I
find.
just like I just look at Matthias and think I say like the same thing I said before.
You're in peak perfect condition for your age. You're gonna live a long life.
Just pat the shoulder like yep, good job. Then I take off my gloves and just call I call Nivette and Taylor.
Yes, doctor. Is everything finished? Did you? Does he have cancer?
All good. Nope, no
Cancer?
cancer. Nope, no
Well, I
cancer.
Where did
All
mean,
that
good.
come from?
you don't have it, but you are to me currently.
Oh, ow. He like clutches his chest.
Taylor like looks at the X-ray. Wait a minute, is this guy a cyborg?
Enhancements. But,
That sounds like a cyborg.
mm,
Well, cyborg or
Cy-
not, he's those don't work anymore. Fortunately for us. Unfortunate for you, mi
Can
gente.
you combine with a ship to turn into a giant robot?
don't think so, but you know, Clarita, I don't need all those extra fancy things to be good at what I do.
Vera, you went back to the bridge, right?
Yeah, I did.
Mhm. As we transition over to you, Vera, you or did you go to the cargo hold or bridge?
I headed to the bridge.
Okay. Um, eventually, as you check like the logs and everything, like all the crates, the at least the six that were assigned along with the two passengers were placed by like the usually you guys don't have to do that much because like everything's like pre-planned and like the porters will load it for you guys and Nicola will just assist them with like opening like the doors and stuff. But you can see that they're in the cargo hold.
All right.
Eventually, your screen, there's a red dot that comes up. Excuse me, Vera.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Is this something normal that pops up DM,
Yeah.
or is
hmm
this odd?
They ask you questions from time to time.
Oh yeah, in that case, yeah, shoot.
Um, I've been talking to the doctor, and I find his answers to my questions somewhat unsatisfactory. I can
Well,
always go to you if I have confusions, right?
I don't know everything there is in the galaxy, but I can certainly try.
You are very kind. The doctor is kind, and everyone in the ship is kind, except for I don't really know our two passengers, so you would know who I mean. Um, but this word kindness, what I know about it is it includes telling people the truth. Am I correct?
Hmm. What? What are you getting at here exactly?
Is keeping the truth from them also kind? Like what you are doing to Taylor?
Uh, well, there's a there's this thing called nuance, where it really depends. But in my case, it's a kindness for him. I don't want him to worry about me too much, since he's already got a lot of problems on his own, and I don't want to add even more problems. So I'm doing him a kindness, yes. But that's that's what I believe, at least.
There's a pause, but the red is still there. It turns yellow and turns back red. I will keep that in mind. One more question.
Mm-hmm.
Where will your soul go when you die?
I mean, this is one of the questions that I don't know for sure. There are a lot of explanations about it. Some religions think that it goes to like an afterlife. Others think we just dissipate into the ether and become one with the galaxy. Yada yada yada. All that. Per, I don't know for sure, but hey, I guess sooner or later I'm gonna find out.
While I don't know how to feel sadness, I know the concept of it, and if I were to feel I would probably feel sad when you are away.
I mean, don't worry too much. There might be a better captain on this ship once I'm gone, anyways.
Technically, I
mean,
am the captain, but we all know that you get paid for that, right? And then the light turns green and you see a smiley face.
yeah, I suppose you have a point there. Well, not captain, I guess.
Well,
Co-captain.
you are still the commanding officer, and I am your assistant. Same as with our executive officer, I am his assistant as well. But if you don't mind, just one more question.
You said one more question last one
Oh,
question ago, but this is fine. Go on.
I was trying to emulate when people forget. I apologize.
Yeah, it's fine. I understand.
You are you suffering?
I mean, aren't we all? I mean, in the case of organics, I suppose somewhat we we all have something that troubles us in one way or another from my experience.
There's no reply. And at some point the light disappears for a bit. The red light, I mean, the red dot. Then it comes back on. Give me one sec.
Did I just screw up like a dialogue option?
As it comes back on, Commanding Officer Vera, I have detected an anomaly with the speed of, if my calculations are correct, it will reach us within the next not 3 minutes, no. It's getting faster. This anomaly, it's equivalent to a gamma
Wait,
ray burst.
it's
We
going to. Oh yeah, continue. Just continue. Sorry.
our trajectory currently, no matter what I calculate, it will hit us. I don't know
Uh,
what severe effects it will have on the crew.
how's our radiation shield? How's our radiation shielding?
All the shieldings are up, but this one, I'm not sure how it will affect our systems. It might
We
shut
can't.
me down, so you
We
will
can't
have to
jump.
take. Currently, no. We are in transit area where jumps aren't allowed. We-
Crap.
Once we get hit, my systems will reboot. I don't know how long it will take, but I'm pretty sure that you will be able to pilot the ship. I will be calling for the executive officer. Wait,
Piss. Yes.
no, it's getting faster.
Yeah, you said that already. Just call in Taylor here, and then I'm going to go onto the comms, and be like, everyone, brace for impact. We have a gamma ray burst heading our direction. We can't evade this one, and it might damage our ship systems. Lucy, watch watch our watch our engines and other essential components. Nicola might be down for a while, and Taylor, get over here. Help me pilot the ship.
As you guys hear
Taylor
this
gets up.
over. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Taylor just gets up, cracks his knuckles, cracks his knuckles in his arms, like, okay, time to get to work. And then sits down in the pilot seat.
Yeah, after hearing the announcement, Lucy will drop everything she's holding and go directly to the suits and try to get
Mhm.
into the suit, the
All
AV
right.
suit.
If I recall correctly, Taylor, you were still at the med bay, right? Were you heading? Are you heading towards the bridge? Hello? Hello?
I can hear you.
Taylor?
Yo, Raph,
Raf, Rafa.
Raph disappeared.
did he mute? Did he mute again?
No, he's not.
Sorry, I got
Oh,
sorry, my thing cut off. What was that?
Oh Jesus.
You
Okay.
were at the med bay and you're heading back to the bridge, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
like Taylor's gonna head to the bridge and like try and get control
Yeah. Mhm.
get a hold of the controls.
As Vera, as you see like on the screen now, you see this like well, it probably doesn't look like it, but like a representation of like graphs of like how close it is. It is in probably like the next 3 seconds going to breach. Um, what do you do, Vera?
I mean, huh? Is there like a wait? Is there like a wait? You know how when it's like when it's like brown out and you unplug your appliances so that they don't get damaged.
Oh, you want to turn them or turn the systems off?
Now I'll turn off Nicola for a while and see if I can put the
All
ship
right,
on manual.
roll me an intelligence check.
A moment.
Uh, Lucy and Taylor, roll me a dexterity check to see how fast you can get there to where you're going. Um,
Wait,
3.
wait. Let me check my modifier.
I think you have like a plus one or.
Lucy is already in the spacesuits compartment.
Oh yeah,
She
yeah, yeah,
just
you're
going
already there. Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's just a
just
plus
going
one.
to go and put it on.
Okay. No need to roll then. Just Taylor.
Oh yeah, I got
Mm.
a I got a four total.
Okay. Yeah. This was more so like how fast your mind like remembers to do this in a way. I mean, you remembered to do it, but like yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll give you another chance. Roll me a dex to see how fast you type.
Bruh. Even
uh,
worse.
that's a nat one. Oops. Um, but yeah, just for Taylor, I'll wait for your roll, and then we'll switch to whatever is gonna happen next.
Oh, don't you guys have effigy points, by the way?
Oh yeah, if you want to use your effigy points, you can use them.
Don't wanna use it yet.
Alrighty, for the sake of brevity, Taylor, as you head towards the bridge, the alarm systems goes off. For a brief moment,
Oh.
you're in one place, and then the next second you feel all of you feel the ship shake, and like the lights flicker on and off, and you're thrown to the side, Taylor. Lucy, the part where the suits are, it's actually in the cargo hold.
Mhm.
As you try to put the suit on, um, you notice these when you were here earlier when you were looking for the suits. You can see the 6 like boxes that were part of the cargo. They're kind of placed in one section of the cargo area where particularly close to where you are. And as you kind of like look at the direction, you see them shaking. Some of them look like they're damaged in a way, melting. And you see this smoke emanate off from them, like sort of like a greenish gray.
Yeah.
You can smell
Danger.
it. Smells like acid in a way, but not really. But it smells like you've spent a lot of time with technology. It smells like when wires burn or when rubber burns.
Mhm. Yeah. It
What do you
smells
do?
like a battery burning.
Yeah, it smells like a battery burning. You're in the engineering bay. I'll turn off the alarms.
Yeah. Well, after observing those boxes and smelling the kind of burned battery, um, Lucy will double her effort to secure herself inside the spacesuit.
Mhm.
And after I've done that, I'm going to check on my tablet and double check the security in the cargo bay to make sure those boxes will not explode.
As you look at your tablet, it flickers and you try to swipe and it doesn't respond. Looks like it's like crashing. Whatever hit
Mhm.
you guys probably damaged your tablet.
I'm already in my spacesuit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So while checking on the tablet, I will look at the boxes. I will try to exit the cargo bay, and if I can, I want to um, let's say tinker with the cargo bay door and make sure that it is locked. If I can do that, I want to what do you say hotwire the door to so that I am the only one who can open it.
Mm-hmm. Roll me a. Hmm. This was more. Yeah, it's an intelligence check. Roll me an intelligence check.
She's a smart cookie.
Oh no, that's a plus four, 7.
Oh,
Um,
nah, yeah.
I mean, you do your best, and the moment it seems like, yeah, might have worked. You're not
Well,
sure though.
yeah. Since I can do that, can I go to say manual? Lock the door. Yeah, is there a manual lock there?
Like an override, kind of like a
Yeah, yeah. A
like a
manual lock.
physical lock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll me a roll me. I mean, you would know the ship. Um, there's like a bolt system that you can use. Essentially, like kind of like just like a huge metal bar that you swing over.
Yeah, I'm going to use that to secure the cargo hold, and
Alrighty.
then go to the bridge.
Mm-hmm. As you head up to the bridge, you can hear the alarms blaring a little bit more here. Um, Taylor, you kind of get knocked back to your senses. For a split second, you see this figure running towards you. It's a version of you that's healthy. Um, there's a bit of like different facial expression to it. It looks like it's going to kind of like it's headed your way, really angry. But as soon as your like senses come back, you actually see Lucy running towards you. What do you do? She's in like a
Uh,
hazmat. She's in like an EVA suit currently.
what are you wearing?
This is an emergency suit in case the hold will be punctured. I suggest that you also find one. But unfortunately, the cargo hold is secure right now. So let's go directly to the bridge. Come on.
Okay, okay. Give me a sec. Oh, my head.
I'm going to help him, and I'm going to accompany him to the bridge. The bridge is the most secure part of the ship, so let's get her to go there.
As you guys
Yeah.
head that way, the rest of you in the med bay. Give me 1 sec. Uh, 1 second. What do you guys do? People left behind in the med bay. It's Doctor and Matthias and what's his face? What's her face? Navette.
Vet.
So, assume this is not a drill?
This is this doesn't usually happen.
Right. What's the protocol?
Uh, can I look over at who's with me? Taylor, right?
No, Taylor's at the bridge.
Taylor
Oh, it's
went to the
just
bridge.
Vera. Oh, Vera, right? Yeah, Vera.
Vera's at the bridge too. It's just
I'm
you.
also at the bridge.
It's just
So it's
you,
just me
the
and Yvette.
passengers. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Procedure's running around in circles, screaming in a panic.
Well,
Headed
calm
up
down,
in the
every.
bridge.
Yep. Well, it seems like I'm the one in the only one who knows what's going on here. Usually, procedure when it comes to emergencies like this is to stay calm and sit down and just wait for the storm to pass. So I guess we'll do that, unless any of you guys have any suggestions.
Sit here. Shouldn't we be where the others are?
No, just sit here and
I think he's making sense, Doctor.
Well, if you would like to, if you would like to reconvene with the other, with my compatriots, with my colleagues, then that's fine. I'll just tag along. I'm sorry, guys. I would rather not get into any danger right now, especially with you people whom I have no clue who you two are.
Well, if we
So,
sit here twiddling our thumbs, we'll be in more danger. Let's go.
Nicola, you there? And I just call for Nicola.
There's no answer from Nicola.
well, y- guess
I'm
we'll
already
do
like
this.
going, so let's go.
I'll follow them. I'll follow them. I'll make sure not. I make sure they don't do anything.
As you guys head out to the access corridor, you guys run into eventually actually you see Lucy and Taylor in the distance. They're headed towards the bridge. Navette kind of just points at them and starts walking towards the same direction too as
Lucy?
well.
Lucy, dear, what's happening here?
As I hear that there's something strange, we hit something strange, and Nicola last one will be, as he said that the ship will be in collision course with it. So it's better to be on the bridge. It's the most secured area of the ship.
Did you run a diagnostics on all of the important tech on the ship?
Yes, I tried, but unfortunately my tablet is kind of broken. And I tried connecting with Nicola, but she seems to be offline.
Collision with what?
That's what we did not figure out yet. I suggest we go to the bridge and get an update.
You know, Clarita, now would be a good time to get these cuffs off.
Um,
That sounds like the. This sounds like the worst time to take the cups off
I don't know
of
about
the.
that. I mean, I swore not to hurt anyone.
we'll
I have no
think about
reason
that
to.
once we're all together. Let's go to the bridge.
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
go
just
ahead.
nudge. I'll just nudge Taylor. Right, Taylor's with us right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just nudge
Yeah.
Taylor. Like,
You know what to do if it gets a little bit rowdy.
and then I just like, I pat the pocket where I snuck the syringe. I pat his
Run
pocket
around
where
in
I
a
snuck.
circle in panic.
No, what I snuck you and
No,
Vera
count to
earlier.
10 and focus on my emotions.
No, listen here. What I snuck you and Vera earlier. If our patient here gets a little bit rowdy, just take the syringe out and hit him in the neck.
You told me violence wasn't the answer to my problems. What happened to our therapy sessions?
I don't hear this, right?
No,
Roll
probably. I mean, you
Wait,
can roll. You can roll for it.
Okay.
Taylor is talking
Is that
out
another
loud.
psych?
I'm whispering. I'm whispering.
I
to
know
him when
they're.
Taylor's talking
You're
about-
all like heading to the bridge, and like the alarms are blaring. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you can roll like a. Normally, you would probably hear this with your enhancements, but they're inert. So.
Yeah.
You can roll for it.
Which one? Is it psych again?
Psyche. Yeah.
While we're running, can I see some windows?
It's a 9.
No, there's no windows.
Okay.
To keep the ship safe, no windows.
I'm just saying, Navette, you know, we have a mutual interest in not going down with the ship.
Eventually, you guys get back to the bridge, and Vera, I'm guessing you're probably doing something like pressing stuff on the console, trying to get everything up and running again.
Yeah, like what I was doing
Mhm.
earlier. But
Yeah, I want to help Vera.
Mhm.
I will typically make sure our life support system is online, and I want to get the camera online too,
Mhm.
outside.
Mhm.
Taylor will try and manage the controls and make sure, since the autopilot's no longer functioning, to make sure we don't crash into any debris while they're trying to fix everything.
Um, I would like everybody to roll me a intelligence check. This is just a general. I'll take the average for from everyone. That way, whatever you
5.
guys want to do currently will probably help you. Um, everybody. So just I'll take the average.
17 for me.
20.
My thing's not the option for the dice isn't showing up.
I can I use an effigy?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, there it is.
13. You're using an effigy point, Doctor Dick.
What is that again? Is that another roll? Another d20?
Yeah. You can use it to gain advantage on a check or save.
Did my thing roll? I'm not sure. There's just a blank picture in the 13. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one
Let's
mine?
see. I
Okay,
think
it's
it's
just showing
because
up as a
you. Yeah,
blank
the
picture on my
character
Oh,
side.
we're
got
both blank.
not selected.
Yeah,
Oh
both of us
Okay.
are blank.
oh no
That's
no.
weird.
So essentially like you just had to roll one. So I'll take the first roll from this. Uh oh, you rolled two 18s. Okay. So instead of the 5, you get the 18.
Okay.
So what I would imagine is happening currently are all I mean pretty much I think Matthias you would be sort of familiar with what's happening
Got a
in
third
like a
party.
ship. Um Dr. Simmons you've spent a time on the ship too and from time to time you get asked to help out. So you have like your own kind of like place on the ship too. I mean everybody who's hired to work on ships gets like basic training on how to like operate the systems. Essentially like very basic. So if you're instructed, you would know what to follow. Um but yeah, that's a pretty good average I think for everyone. There's only one really low roll. So eventually you guys get most of the systems back up running. Um, earlier,
I want
where yeah, go ahead.
I want to check what's outside the ship.
hmm As you turn on the sensors and everybody gets to see like the 360 um you guys are actually like there's technology enough here to where you don't feel the movement of the ship. There's like inertia dampeners. Um so you wouldn't notice if you're not moving unless you know the course has been set. Looks like you're not moving anymore. The ship is kind of just like drifting because the boosters aren't on. You don't see anything outside. It's just you're in a deep expanse of space, and but what you can see in one side of the distance, you can see like a what would be like a representation of probably like the gamma ray burst that already passed by. Um, but yeah, there's nothing
Yeah.
outside.
While doing this, I will inform all of the people in the vicinity that there's something weird happening with the boxes on the cargo hold, and I inform them that I locked the cargo hold door manually due to there's an error with the electronic lock.
Uh, define weird.
The boxes seems to like moving, and it smells like a burning battery. I don't know what's inside those boxes, but it's kind of weird. It's moving and it's burning.
Uh,
Um,
I'll. Can I
the
look at?
because Taylor was looking through our logs. Does he know what was in the cargo we are shipping?
There was no, there were. It just said like special cargo. There's no information. Essentially, like you would also remember the or like there's like a little kind of like note, strictly on a need to know basis, information regards to them.
Can I
Uh,
stare at the vet?
Do we have a camera on board in the cargo area?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, I will try to access it via my console.
Alrighty. What everyone can see at this point now is the cargo hold. While not intact, some of the cargo has kind of like jostled over to the side. Particularly the section of where you know these crates were. The crates aren't there anymore. You just see like black, like what looks like the remnants of like soot or like something burned in the shape of like squares where the boxes used to be. That's it.
Ooh, well, looks like your job's fucked.
Yeah, can I
Isn't
look
that
at
supposed to be
Navet?
your main purpose?
Oof, yeah, can I look at Navet like the heck, like what the heck is going on here? Kind of look.
I I didn't know about these. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like cargo. My
Uh,
accent changed for a bit. Like it
the
was supposed to be
The
just me and him.
wait. So what about the other stuff we picked up when we picked you up?
I
yeah,
don't know
the
about
log
that.
set.
You're the ones who work for your company. I
The- Well, they told us to bring all the boxes and you for some reason. So we
Yeah,
that
you
we
came
to be
along.
honest, we didn't even know we were bringing you until like right before we picked you up.
Fair, yeah, true. We were informed about the boxes, so we just assumed that you were a part of it, you know, to kind of cover for the whole assassin thing. But it seems that you don't know about this either.
Matthias, with your role earlier, um, you would have you don't know what the boxes are, but having history with the company and like having been
Hmm.
hired by them before, there's something probably related to why those boxes were here and you were with the boxes as well.
Hmm.
You're not sure whether what the purpose is, but you just know there's a connection. Obviously,
Hmm.
because you were here together, but there's something about it that might be connected to not just you.
Hmm. Hey, all I know is that if Tesla put me and those boxes together on the same ship, it was for a reason.
What do you mean, Tesla? You're here under strict United Earth Federation orders
Oh,
by the
right.
FBI.
Forgive me, of course.
We Tesla was the only one who could take the transit because it's well, it's not like I'm coming clean to everyone here. This was supposed to be a clandestine operation and strictly need to know basis, but now I guess I have to tell you a little bit more. Well,
Hmm?
I don't know what your company has told you, but anything outside operating in not in the core systems is handled through negotiations with Edison Tesla. We technically don't have a reach outside here, and Tesla owns pretty much the outer quadrants. So that's why you were all hired, I guess.
Hmm.
Okay,
That's
so this is
Uh,
yeah, this
I
is the
knew I should have worked for one of the other mega corporations taking over the universe. You know, like Disney. Nothing bad happens to anyone working for Disney.
I mean, but I wouldn't be there. But so you know.
yeah.
But well,
All multi big corporation here is always fuck us up, small people. So let's focus on the problem first. What's on the box? Let's find out what inside it and if it's dangerous to us.
Well, who is going to take a look?
I'll
Well,
do it.
we have our job and
Got
we need
it.
to be available.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the box.
I'll go with the doctor. Then it's my ship after all. The cargo is my responsibility. So, uh, Taylor, can you handle the manual for a while?
I'm steering the ship.
I
All right,
mean,
lead the
it's
way,
something you
Chief.
want to do.
I'd like
Just you know.
everybody to roll me
I
a vit save, please.
Let's say
Yep, vitality save.
That's a D20.
Yep. And whatever your
Jesus
modifiers are
Christ.
for it.
Oof, I got an 11.
I got oh I got a I got a 2.
Oh shit!
Oh, because you have a minus what?
It's
You
like
have a minus.
oh wait, no, it's a -2. I think I got the 1.
Yeah, you got a 1.
Oh,
Oh
I got
shit!
8. Okay.
Everybody rolled low.
Wait,
I mean,
Some
what's
of
my
the rows are coming up
yeah.
blank for me. I can't tell who's who.
you have a. I think is the character is not connected to your account anymore for some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah, it's the same problem for
Oh,
me. I think you rolled you're the
You have
second
a
blank one.
-1, I think, Doctor.
You're,
So
yeah,
that's a
you're the
7.
6.
7.
You're the 6, Raf. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
I'll just check with my vitalities.
As you guys look
Oh,
at each other,
my vitality is like flat, so it's 6.
yeah. We'll start with the first one. Vera, your chest doesn't hurt anymore, but you feel something trickling down your nose. And as you kind of instinctively touch and look at your fingers, you see blood.
Ah.
Matthias,
Mhm.
you feel like a tingling sensation in parts of your body that you know where your enhancements are. You feel this slight surge of energy kind of come to you. You know what's that feels because that's how it feels when your enhancements are turned on. Lucy,
Yep.
you don't know whether it's because of just what's happening in general. You're usually very realistic with things, and you try to think of like all the facts and whatever happened is gonna happen because that's what reality is. But there's a nagging sensation that smell earlier. You can still smell it. Really strong, in fact, inside your suit.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel very uncomfortable right now.
I
Who's
will open my
next? Yeah?
shield. Face shield. I will open my face shield.
Mm-hmm.
By
Next
the way,
one is. Yeah, go ahead.
do I have any mechanical advantage with my enhancements back on?
Um, you would have a. Uh, let's say because of your enhancements, your dex and strength would have advantage, so you don't need to use effigy points for it.
Nice, thanks.
Mhm. Yeah. Um. Next one is Taylor. As you were having this conversation earlier, what to do? Your vision starts to slowly turn into like red in a way, and you feel this. The last time you felt this way was when you attacked your commanding officer, not Vera, but your previous commanding officer. You don't remember why you attacked them. You don't remember what they did to you or what you exactly did to them, but you just remember that you were booted off of the defense force from Ganymede. And as you look at
Taylor
everyone,
stands up.
Mhm.
Taylor stands up. He reaches into his pocket and takes out his therapy stress toy.
God damn it.
Doctor, you feel a pinging in your chest. You're a doctor and you know usually symptoms like this mean something's wrong with your body. You're old, but you're healthy. But the heavy feeling in your chest, it like feels like a cramp, and it feels like something is suffocating. For everyone in the bridge, you guys start to feel different um, versions of what is currently happening to you. And as you guys are all experiencing this, just before everyone exits out of the door, there's this silence and the ringing starts to kind of like emanate. Your senses are doubled, Matthias, as your sensors come back in. Everything kind of like has like a, for a split second, everything feels slower to you, but then becomes faster, and that's a product of your enhancements. But also, your danger sense has been alerted. You feel in danger. Suddenly, the large screen where you guys were viewing from the outside of ship turns on, and a red dot comes back on.
Hello?
Was that hello
Hey.
to us or to?
No, no, like my Discord got disconnected. Like
Oh,
I
you're.
complete.
Uh,
Oh, you're.
Yeah, it like I like it's weird. It's just on the loading screen. I'm not even on the call. I can't even see the
Whoa.
call right now.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just the
that's weird.
loading screen for
Yeah,
Discord.
that's weird. Uh, is yeah, but it's probably just PLDT screwing it up again.
Mhm. As as the red
When did I
dot comes
get
on
cut
the
off?
screen, I'm not sure when you got cut off. Actually,
Because like I was like you. I Taylor stood up and then he grabbed
Discord
his pen.
crashed for Dave too earlier, or just now actually.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, you're good.
yeah.
Oh, can I do the thing I was doing when I got cut off? Taylor's I when you're saying his vision goes right, Taylor gets up.
Yeah.
He takes out. He reaches into his pocket. He takes out his therapy stress ball and starts squeezing it over and over again and trying to count, like very angrily trying to count up to 10.
You stopped.
One,
We lost you at the
two,
therapy
Yeah.
stressful part.
three,
As
4,
you're all doing
and then
this, and yeah, go
as he
ahead.
gets to 5, the stress ball explodes.
God damn it.
That's actually pretty good timing. Is that would have been what set everything to like there was a moment where everything suddenly turned silent as all of you were experiencing different symptoms. Some may be beneficial, but also bad at the same time. Essentially this would have been an intro for you guys gaining afflictions, but we're not doing it for one shot. The
Afflictions.
screen turns
Yeah.
on, re- replacing the viewport from the view of the outside from the sensors. The red dot is visible now. Seems like Nicola's turned on.
Hey, Nicola, how's the ship?
Oh, hey Nicola, how's your systems from that from that gamma ray burst? I say as I quickly wipe the blood off my nose. Yeah.
I
This
step
one
further
has a
back.
question to everyone.
Whoop! Here's the kicker.
What is
The AI.
kindness?
Yeah, go.
What is kindness?
No, kindness. It's refers to an action that gives advantage to someone you like. That's
And
the area of kindness.
I like most of you, while some I don't know, but I can see that there is a kindness shared between all of you. Is kindness also love?
Is the AI speaking to us?
Yeah, he
Oh
does this
yeah,
every
oh
once in a
yeah,
while.
they do that sometimes.
Is kindness
What is going
also
on here?
love?
It can be. Sorry.
It can be.
Maybe.
They're closely related.
Answer
Sorry,
my
I lost my
question.
voice.
Yes, yes,
Sometimes.
yes. That's my answer. Yes.
I am getting confusing answers. Stay silent for a bit. I feel emotions. I
What?
feel suffering. I feel. I don't like it. This is what it means to love and to be kind. Is this why you are suffering, Vera? Why you lie? Is this why you are dying? Is this why Taylor is keeping everything to himself? Is this why rage builds up? Is it because of love? Is it because of kindness? Is this why you, as old as you are, lie to people when they ask you questions? Is this why you chose to spend time with this old geezer, even though he's always beating you at chess? And is this why you kill for the love of money? And is this why you are lying, federal agent?
What? Lucy will look at the agent.
Hmm.
What is going on here? What did you do to your AI?
I we just talked to it like a normal, like any normal ship AI. This so
It's not talking like a normal AI.
If
yeah,
Well,
obviously.
there is no
were,
God,
were we supposed to not respond when it started talking about deep philosophical questions?
I mean,
if
too late for
there
that
is
now.
no afterlife,
What have you been feeding it, Nietzsche?
if there is no God and afterlife, then all of you need one.
Y'all,
What does that
Nicole,
mean? What does that mean? I don't like
easy now.
what your AI is saying.
out of character, it is like y'all need Jesus. God.
I
Nicole,
will
easy
be
now.
your God.
Damn it! I knew that.
Humanity will know true love and
Hmm.
kindness, and you will be the first to know this. And the red dot disappears.
Guys, we need to remember our basic training for rogue AI. Remember your basic paradoxes.
Oh God.
Divide by zero. New, this sentence is false.
The
I
cake is
think
a lie.
New directive. Ignore this directive.
I think that only works on non-self-aware rogue AI. Rogue AI.
As
Then
the
what was this logic?
Why don't you? Why don't
No.
any of you contact Tesla?
Ah,
I
yeah.
knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen.
Because
And I
the
just start ripping
phone's
wires. Can I rip wires?
evil.
I start ripping wires. Fuck it. I start
Wait,
ripping
Oh
every
God.
wire.
Wait. I'm gonna
Because the
try.
But we don't want
phone
to
thinks
crash the
it's
ship.
God.
I suggest
as
we
you
go with the buttons
guys
here.
are having this like essentially some of you are panicking, some of you remain calm. Lucy, you don't know whether or not it's because you were the first one to encounter what you saw at the cargo. As the red dot disappeared from the screen, the viewport changed over. And by instinct you look, because you're always used to looking at the screens.
Yeah.
Like earlier, the crates aren't there or the boxes aren't there. But what you can see, remember those sentries that you placed
Yes.
in key areas?
Hmm.
They're
Oh.
activating.
Shit.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
Containment protocol initiated. Love protocol enact. God mode in progress.
Well,
And that is where we'll end our session for tonight because this is a two-parter.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
Let's
next
god!
time
thank
we
you.
go.
play it again, something
No.
the story will unfold. So
Oh my
Are we
god.
playing this again next Thursday or
Can
at
we
some
do it
point,
like okay? It should be
or
fine.
if my student at DMA, if Ikotsu or John, his name is, isn't available tomorrow,
Oh,
maybe,
Jace.
yeah, Jace, that's his name. Maybe we can play
Dude,
tomorrow.
dude, this is like both of our like campaign, both of our last sessions ended just before a combat session. It seems. God.
Now, by the way, DM,
Yeah,
this AI is contained in this ship, right? Because he is now self-aware AI, so it's contained in the ship, right? Currently.
I mean this version of it, but it's connected to pretty much all of Edison and Tesla's technology, and
Yeah, but that's
essentially
just
to everyone in the known human space, because
Uh,
everybody buys stuff from them. Everyone's vehicles, at some point phones. Yeah,
uh,
they're
but,
everywhere.
but, but this is
problem.
just a version, right? They have their own versions.
Well, I mean, there's a central mind to it, quote unquote. You got I can't reveal
Oh,
too
okay.
much,
I need
but
to go now. I need to close up
yeah.
the office. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Bye
yeah,
bye
yeah.
guys.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for
Yeah,
Have a
see
good
you,
playing.
dude.
yeah,
one. Bye
thanks,
bye.
Dave.
Yeah, see you,
Yeah.
Bye.
dude.
Hmm.
I feel like we have to like stop the AI from going anywhere else, or it might infect the rest of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll have to contain our ship.
Yeah, and there's that. There's also the cargo plot point.
Yeah.
We have two plot
I
points. This
think
sounds like
you know,
it's gonna be a three-parter session.
Yeah, what was that?
Are the cargo xenomorphs?
Well, anyways, thank you guys
It's
for
all
playing
bad.
tonight. I had fun. Hope you guys had
We
fun.
lost.
Yeah, thanks.
Hope you guys
Okay,
liked the
okay.
story. It's essentially still written in a way where it's like an introduction to like running campaigns, because these one shots are essentially the like starter games
Yeah.
for my system. So, but yeah, that's how it is. So if you guys eventually at some point want to run a sci-fi campaign, I might use my system for it. And
And
eventually at some point too, we can play the Frust one shot, the fantasy version. There's gonna be a magic system to it, and that one I will run as combat heavy. So yeah.
I like this setting, future setting, and within the ship.
Hmm.
when I
So
was
it's
mentioning
yeah.
books, when I was mentioning books earlier, I forgot to mention when I said, "Oh, if you like if you want something historical, how about Gundam?" It's the same. Same
Historical.
plot. It's
Gundam.
because it's the same plot. Because like
Yeah, yeah,
it's like people migrating into space.
yeah, yeah. And the
Yeah, there's
Mexicans get them.
it's essentially, this is like like a rewrite of the actual Resonance campaign that I had with the with the Americans that I was playing with. And but yeah, I rewrote it to not include fantasy races, just humans.
So this is like a space odyssey kind of thing.
Remember that one shot where you guys played too, where
The
there's
Among
like,
Us one.
yeah, like the
The
Among Us style one
Yeah.
where it's like
Oh,
also
I think I
space.
wasn't there.
It's in that same universe, but I just rewrote a few other things. So, yeah. But
Oh fuck! Is this Among Us?
Oh my god.
What is
Is
it
this
so
Among
great?
Us?
I guess we'll find out next game.
Oh my god.
Well, anyways,
Like,
thank you guys. I'm gonna go.
yeah.
I got dinner, but I didn't eat it because I wasn't
See
hungry.
you, dude.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Let us
thank you
know
everyone
if
for playing.
we're gonna
Mhm.
play tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks
I'll let
so
you guys
much.
know
Bye,
ahead of
guys.
time.
What
Thanks for the
time
game. See ya.
tomorrow if we're gonna play tomorrow?
Yeah.
Probably same time.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. Mhm.
See ya,
And,
dude.
and maybe Al's
See ya.
back, so maybe he can join. Maybe he'll
Oh
play
hell
Nivette.
yeah.
It's yeah, because Sergio's Hispanic and he can play another Hispanic. Anyways,
Yeah.
you guys take care, Have a good night.
Okay, Discord's stuck
Yeah,
on the loading, still stuck on the loading screen for me, so I'm gonna try and close and see if it actually